Dear students, in the last class we learnt about the structural formula of maltose. The structural determination of the sucrose. This is cyclic structure of sucrose. Here in the C1 carbon atom and C2 carbon atom fructose should be glycosidic linkage is formed. So sucrose is obtained, and also in that this is the Haworth structure of sucrose. This is pyranose ring and this is furanose ring. This will be the glycosidic linkage C1 and C2 carbon atom, and in that this sucrose which on hydrolysis it gives a first beta D fructofuranose, and then that should be converted into beta D fructopyranose. Okay, and another disaccharide is there. One is structural maltose and another one is lactose. First one is mainly Haworth structure we have to determine here. This is the first we have to know about the maltose, and it is commonly known as malt sugar, which is disaccharide. The formula is like this. Here C6H10O5, that should be hydrolysis, it gives a maltose C12H22O11. Okay, and also here this is not a molecular formula of maltose, this is the starch molecular formula. Because starch is a polysaccharides. Okay, this is the molecular formula of starch. This starch which on hydrolysis it gives a maltose. Okay, then C12H22O11, this will be hydrolyzed with the hydrolysis, it gives a glucose. So we can conclude that glucose has a monosaccharide unit. 2 monosaccharide unit is present in the maltose. Okay, then alpha D glucose, this will be the glycosidic linkage between the C1 and C4, and this is the Haworth structure of maltose. Okay, sorry, illond mistake agide. This is not a molecular formula of maltose, this is starch to molecular formula. Idana hydrolysis madidre we get a maltose. Okay, so next we will move on to the second disaccharide is lactose. Okay, last class we learnt about the Haworth structure of maltose, and here in this class we learnt about the Haworth structure of lactose. Here this lactose we know that mainly it is present in the cow milk. Okay, it is present in cow milk. Okay, and also in human milk. Okay, human milk ಅಂದರೆ ತಾಯಿ ಎದೆ ಹಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and in that this cow milk contains 4 to 6% of lactose. Okay, 4 to 6% of lactose, and in the human milk it varies from 1 to 1/1. Okay, it depends. Around approximately it adds 5 to 8%. Okay, lactose in the cow milks it has 4 to 6% of lactose, and in the human milk 5 to 8% of lactose is present. Okay, and the molecular formula is C12H22O11. Okay, this is the molecular formula of lactose which on hydrolysis, it means this lactose which on hydrolysis, okay, it gives the mixture of glucose and galactose. Okay, C12, C6H12, O6. It gives the mixture of glucose and galactose. Okay. In the last maltose, it has a only mixture of glucose, but here glucose and galactose is present, and in that we can conclude that the lactose is a disaccharide. It contains a how many? 2 monosaccharide units. Okay. Here we are writing the Haworth structure of lactose. Okay. This is the first we have to write the Haworth structure of glucose and galactose. Okay, H OH H OH H CH2 OH. This is the beta D galactose. Okay, and then another one is glucose. Both are same, but in the C4 carbon atom there will be changes. OH H OH H OH H. This will be the CH2 OH H. Okay, both are same molecular formula, structural formula, but here this carbon atom should be changes. Okay, here the glycosidic linkage is formed between the C1 and C4 carbon atom. Okay, here this will be the 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, here also 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and in that this will be the remole of water molecule. Okay, the glycosidic linkage is formed between the C1 and C4 carbon atom of glucose and galactose. Okay, in that this will be the this OH and H, or this OH and this H, whatever it may be, but the remole of water molecule will be taking place. One of the oxygen atom should be remained. That oxygen atom should forms the glycosidic linkage between the glucose and the galactose. Here the Haworth structure of lactose is like this. H OH OH H OH H CH2 OH, and this will form the O, and the glycosidic linkage formed like this. Okay, ನೇರ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, because C1 and C4. Okay, if it is C1 and C6, it should C1 and C5, it should form straight chain. This will be the OH H, then next H OH OH H H CH2 OH. This is the Haworth structure of lactose. Okay, in your examination they will ask for your 1 marks questions. You write the how are the structure of lactose, maltose, whatever it may be, you have to correctly write down. There will be the very important in the glycosidic linkage here, C1 and C4. C1 and C4 should be the glycosidic linkage, okay. But in the maltose, this will be the C1 and C4 also we will taking here glycosidic linkage, but the OH should be changes in the different position. Now you get the point, okay. This is the beta D galactose, this is the beta D galactose, this is alpha D glucose, okay. This is all about the lactose and maltose. It means all about the disaccharides, okay. In the disaccharides, sucrose is the main thing and the structural elucidation also. And then next we will move on to the polysaccharides. It means, we know that monosaccharide means it has only one monomeric unit or monosaccharide unit, but in the disaccharides it has how many monosaccharide units should be there? 2 monosaccharide unit. And here polysaccharide means more than 2 or 3, okay, more than 2 or 3. It might be 2ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ 3ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರಬಹುದು. More than 2 or 3 monosaccharides unit or monomeric unit, whatever it may be, that is called as a monosaccharide unit. And here the main example for polysaccharide is starch. We know that the starch is mainly obtained in the rice. Rice is also one of the carbohydrates, okay. And here there will be no complete formula for starch because number of monosaccharide unit is more compared to disaccharides and a monosaccharide. So that's why here partial structural formula, they explain only about the partial structural. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮೊನೋಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟು ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ n number of monosaccharide units ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that's why they will explain only the partial structural formula of starch, okay. Now we will know about what is the partial structural formula for starch. It is, we know that starch is a polysaccharide. We know that mainly the starch is mainly present inside the plant, okay, inside the plant. And why it is present inside the plant? Because it acts as a storage material, okay. Here the food will be stored in the plant, that is starch. Now you get the point. Mainly starch, it acts as a storage material present in the plant, okay. And also it consists of 2 components, okay. It mainly consists of 2 components. It consists of 2 components, that is amylose, okay, and amylopectin. Amylose and amylopectin
In that, first we have to know the what is amylose. These are the two components, main two components that is present in the starch, and in that amylose that is alpha D glucose are bond through glycosidic linkage. Okay, through glycosidic linkage or glycosidic bond, and it contains 15 to 20% starch. It contains 15 to 20% of starch, and it is water soluble. Okay, it is water soluble and linear structure. It is water soluble and linear structure. You have to carefully observe this. The amylose means which monosaccharide unit is contained? Alpha D glucose monosaccharide is contained, and here n number of atoms, it means n number of alpha D glucose is bonded by glycosidic bond. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ n ನಂಬರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕಣ್ರಪ್ಪ. n ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ 2 3 4 ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ, ಆಯಿತಾ, 1 2 3 4 ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಡಿ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದರೆ C1 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ C4. ಓಕೆ, C1 ಮತ್ತು C4 ಮಧ್ಯ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಮೈಲೋಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಚೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನೋ ಎನಿ ಬ್ರಾಂಚೆಡ್, and it is also water soluble. Okay, this is all about the amylose. And then second one is amylopectin. And before going to that, here around 200 to 1000 glucose molecule is present. Okay, now you get the point how it will form. 200 to 1000 ತನಕ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಚೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೈ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ C1 and C4. Okay, next, and here also alpha D glucose are bond through glycosidic bond. Okay, and it contains about 80 to 50% of starch. It is branched structure. It has branched structure, and it has a 2000 to 3000 glucose molecule. glucose molecule. Okay, this is all about the amylopectin. In the amylose 200 to 1000 glucose is present. ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲು 200 to 1000 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2000 ಇಂದ 3000 ತನಕ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಬ್ರಾಂಚೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಂಚೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ this alpha D glucose are bond through a glycosidic bond, and here one glycosidic bond is C1 to C4 and second one is C1 to C6. This is the in C1 and C4 you have to carefully observe this C1 and C4 is the straight chain. Okay, this will be the straight chain, and in that this will be from the branched, that is glycosidic linkage is C1 and C6. now you get the point. ಈಗ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಚೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಚೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಬಂದು C1 ಇಂದ C4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಚ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಚ್ ಆದಾಗ C1 ಮತ್ತು C6 ಮಧ್ಯ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ amylose and amylopectin. Okay, this is it is glycosidic bond in between C1 and C4. There will be only linear structure. 200 to 1000 glucose is present, and here this is branched structure. This is also from glycosidic linkage C1 and C4 and C1 to C6. Next class I will tell you the amylopectin and amylose structure. Okay, this is the lactose, one of the example for disaccharide, and it is present in the mainly cow milk and also in the human milk. In the cow milk 4 to 6% of lactose is present, and in the human milk 5 to 8% of lactose is present. This is the molecular formula which upon hydrolysis, this lactose which upon hydrolysis it gives the mixture of glucose and galactose. It means the lactose contains 2 monosaccharide unit. The monosaccharide unit is glucose and galactose. Okay, this is the galactose. This is the glucose. Okay, here water molecule is removed in between the C1 and C4 carbon atom. Okay, this is the glycosidic linkage. That should be the lactose. The glycosidic linkage is formed between the C1 and the C4 carbon atom. Next is polysaccharides. It contains more than 2 or 3 monosaccharides units. That is main example is starch. It contains n number of glucose. It contains n number of glucose units. The partial structural formula of starch is determined, and it is mainly present inside the plant as a storage material, and it consists of 2 components, amylose and amylopectin. Amylose contains D-glucose. It has 200 to 1000 glucose, and amylopectin contains 2000 to 3000 glucose.